Hi, it's Pam Washington from BuildMyCleaningBusiness.net. I'm going to a networking event this evening. It's a gala event, the award ceremony for an organization that I've belonged to for many years, and I only go to about 3 or 4 of these a year. It's not really something that I enjoy, but I think that it's really important. And I got thinking that maybe there might be some tips that I could share with some other commercial cleaning business owners as to how to get the most out of a networking event to make sure that you really do get good value for the time and money that you spend. The tickets for this event that I'm going to tonight were $150 a piece, so I want to make sure that I really get value out of the time and money that I'm devoting. So I have 6 tips that I'm going to share with you today on how to make sure that you get the most out of your networking activities. I remind myself that being self-employed is a full contact sport, and so every now and again I do have to leave from being in front of my computer and actually go belly to belly and meet other people and talk with them, and so that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. So the first thing that I do is I set some goals for myself. My goal for tonight is that I'd like to make 6 contacts total, and I'm going to think of people as being in one of 3 different categories. Category number 1 would be prospective clients. Category number 2 would be people who could refer clients to me, and category number 3 would be people that I could refer business to them. So my goal for tonight is to meet 2 people in each of those 3 categories. So now that I have a goal, it doesn't seem like such a huge, scary proposition to go to this event. I know what I'm there to do, and so I can kind of set myself up to succeed, and once I get those done, then I can pat myself on the back, and I'm all about patting myself on the back. So point number 1 is to set goals for yourself in advance as to what you want to accomplish at the networking event. That kind of helps you to keep on track with why you're there. Point number 2 is keep in mind that the actual benefit of attending the event is not likely to be that I'm going to sign a contract tonight. I remind myself that, kind of like being a farmer, the day that I plant the seed is not the day that I eat the fruit. So I'm not going to be disappointed tomorrow when I look back on tonight's event and say, I didn't sign up any new clients tonight. I know going in that I'm not going to sign up any new clients tonight. So that's not my goal. So I remind myself that it's a long-term seed planting event for tonight, and this is the first step of it. So that would be point number 2, is to keep in mind that the benefit of networking events is not always realized that day. Point number 3 would be that if you focus on giving as opposed to getting at a networking event, it's going to make it much more enjoyable both for you and for the other people that you visit with. Almost everybody has social anxiety, and so I find that if I spend time trying to put other people at ease and make them comfortable and introduce them to the people that I may know there, acting as a host as opposed to as a guest, it takes a little bit of the pressure off of me of having to come up with conversational topics. I ask people about their businesses, and people love to talk about themselves and their businesses, so it's actually easier for me, rather than having to think up topics of conversation, I ask people about their business. And the interesting thing is that later people look back and they say, oh my God, I had such a fabulous time visiting with that person, but they actually did all of the talking. And that's really what people enjoy. So if you give the people that you meet there and people that you already know there the opportunity to talk about what's going on with them, you'll enjoy yourself more because it releases the pressure of having to come up with topics. They enjoy it more because they love talking about themselves, and you just set yourself up for success and being perceived as a really enjoyable person to spend time with. So that would be point number 3, would be to focus on giving as opposed to getting. Yes, okay. Point number 4, this is a little trick I've had for a while, is that I have 2 pockets for business cards of the people that I meet during the course of the event. I'm right-handed, so in my right pocket I put the business cards of the people that are in my goal category. So, for example, over the course of the evening, I'm going to meet some people who are going to give me their business card. I don't really ask for it. I'm not really interested in having their business card. Those people are going to go into my left pocket. the people whose business cards I want to make sure to follow up on are going to go into my right pocket. So that way at the end of the evening when I have 20 business cards, I don't have to try to remember who's who. All of the ones that were in my left-hand pocket basically might go into my circular file. It's the business cards that are in my right-hand pocket that are really important, and those are the ones that I want to make sure to follow up on. So point number 4 would be to have your 2 pockets. For women, if you're carrying a purse, the cards that I'm not that focused on, I just throw those loose into my purse. And the cards that I am really excited about, I put those in a little side pocket. So there's only a few of those. And then point number 5 is that I always send a follow-up note the very same day. I actually had some follow-up notes printed, and I'm going to show you guys these. This is not actually a sample. I just recently moved my office, and so we have a new mailing address, and so I had to throw away all of the ones that we had, and we're having some new ones printed. But this is a little sample that you can use. So it's just like a postcard size. On this side, you're going to have a picture of yourself, and then this is the space where you actually make a little handwritten note. It's 3 or 4 lines. It's very simple. It doesn't have to be any big deal. And then the other side of it, you have your mailing address, and so you could either put their contact information on here, and you can mail this out as a postcard. What's even better is if you'll put this in a business envelope, and again have it hand addressed by your administrative assistant with an actual stamp on it as opposed to having it metered. People so rarely get hand-addressed envelopes with real stamps on it that they will open this, and because it has your picture on it, they'll remember you from the event that they just met you at last night. So it's just a quick note, you know, following up with whatever it was that you spoke to them about, you know, looking forward to the opportunity to refer those customers that I spoke to you about, or having that get acquainted call about how our business can help, that kind of thing. It's important that you do it that same day so that it's fresh in their mind and you don't put it off and you don't forget to do it. So that was point number 5, was to send your follow-up note. Point number 6 is make sure to give yourself that pat on the back the next day, because now you met your goals, you followed up with the contacts that you were interested in meeting, so you feel more positive now about networking events. You're more likely to enjoy and repeat. There's an activity that I highly recommend that you do the following day, which is that you need to jot down just a few simple notes about this event. And I actually have a spreadsheet that I'd be happy to share with you if you will contact me at my website, buildmycleaningbusiness.net, and just ask for the tracking spreadsheet for follow-up for networking events. But what you want to do is you just want to have a list of how many people you met in each of the 3 categories that we talked about, what their names were, and what follow-up action you took. The reason why this is important is because 6 months from now, a year from now, when you're wanting to measure, is this organization working for me? Am I getting the kinds of prospects and client contacts that I want? You need to have some way to track that. And what you don't measure, you can't improve. So it's important that you keep track of what types of events and what organizations' events are working for you, so that you make sure that you only spend your time and your money attending events that do work for you. So those are my tips for tonight. I'm going to go and get dressed and put makeup on. One of the few nights I think I wear makeup about 5 times a year, so this is going to be one of those times. So I'm going to enjoy my event, and I hope that these tips were helpful. If you have any questions, or again, if you want to get that spreadsheet, contact me at my website, which is buildmycleaningbusiness.net. Pam Washington signing out. Have a great evening. Bye.